You could just stand there and have that little... Oh, he's just killed me. Prime example of... If you're not very good and you want a nice, easy game... Universal Soldier on the Megadrive. Yeah, I had this one when I was younger and I really liked it, so I'm keen to get into it again. So let's have a quick look. So here we go, straight into it. Oh, press the wrong button straight away to start with. There's my jump. And if I hold down my fire, I can do this jazzy thing and aim. And there's lots of power-ups to be had already. Chaos. Let's go and shoot. So, it's a simple run and shooting game, which is what you sort of want. It's got lots of abilities. There's some bad guy. Oh, spikes, they'll hurt me. Power up though, that's good. So yeah, so I got this because I was a big fan of the film Universal Soldier at the time. A bit of Jean-Claude Van Damme as you're growing up, you know, like he's pretty cool with all his films. I haven't watched the film in a very long time now. I'd imagine it was pretty awful. But yeah, I really liked the game, and it was one I actually got cheap as chips. Like I say, I think it was £10 from good old BY's at the time, a shop in the UK. A sort of bargain cheap shop, wasn't it? Sadly gone now. Maybe not some people, sadly gone. But yeah, so it was in there. I'm sure it was only £10. Because I didn't have a lot of money at the time, so I always bought the cheap games when I didn't have a lot of money. And yeah, I played it to death. Honestly, played it loads at the time and was really good at it. Alas, now I'm pretty poor at it. But yeah, of late, I've really wanted it back, and I was waiting to get it in a box. But as you've seen in my pickup video, I just got it on the cart in the end because I really wanted. I would have gone on it too much. Let's have a quick pause and see what Mean Machines gave it, I believe. In January 1993, they only gave this 47%. A particularly good example of an awful game. There are dozens of games of a similar ilk available that are far superior. Well, that's pretty damning, isn't it? So, but I suppose by that time, it sort of moved on a bit, hadn't it, the Mega Drive? I mean, if it was a very first 89, 90s game, you could go with it, but, you know, 93. It needs to move on a bit, really, doesn't it? I really like this game because there's lots of hidden things in it. Like, you can go along here, find little hidden caverns with loads of bonuses in. And that was really cool. I really like that time. It reminded me, especially doing little things as I die. Doing little rolly things like that. That little skill. Reminded me completely of Super Metroid, which I didn't have a SNES at the time. I think my friends did. But I was really like, oh, I love that sort of game. Or I'd played it. So, that was quite cool. I enjoyed that. Things like that about it. And like I say, there's lots of secret. It made you want to explore the areas and find little hidden things like we got going on here. Have a little roll all the way down here, add some extra lives, yes. But yeah, as I said before, I really liked it. I said in one of the videos, it just like a turrican. Can't even pronounce it. I'll write it on the screen in a minute. I thought it was just a rip-off, like a gaming rip-off from the 90s, like a movie tie-in. And it sort of is. But having researched it properly this time and found out a bit more about it, it was actually supposed to be Turrican 2. And they made a sequel to the first one. And it got released on several other machines. But when it got to the Mega Drive and the Game Boy version, Acclaim, let me pause it again, find the correct company. Where are we? Accolade, there you go. They'd also acquired the rights to produce a spin-off game to the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie Universal Soldier. So they decided to rebrand Turrican 2 as Universal Soldier. So that's why, if you watch gameplay footage of Turrican, or if you've even played Turrican, it looks exactly the same. And I was so confused going, look, the assets are exactly the same. You know, the gunfire, finding the secret boxes, the one-ups, everything was exactly the same. It wasn't just a poor spin-off. It was like copying it so blatantly, and that's why, because it should be. All they've done to make it tie in with the film is they've changed the skin of a character, so he looks like a bit like a soldier, and they've changed a few of the enemies, really. Ooh. So in Turrican, things like you should have some floating eyes things, and they've changed them with tanks, and there should be a dragon, I think, the first baddie you come to. But he's been changed to a Dolph Lundgren giant soldier. Things like that, as hopefully we'll see. I think we'll get to that soldier in the video. We never know if I'm any good. So actually, it just makes me want to go back and get the first Turrican, because I've never actually played it. So that's the first interesting thing I've really found about it, because I thought, oh, it's just a blatant rip-off movie tie-in. But it sort of is, but the company meant it to be. It's really a weird one. And the thing I found about this level when I started playing the other day is how happy the music is. You're like fighting lots of robots and everything, killing stuff. The music sounds quite jolly, doesn't it? It's really bizarre in my mind. And really, if you're not very good at games, you could just stand there and, he says, even though I'm rubbish at this, you could just stand there and have that little, he's just killed me. Prime example of if you're not very good and you want a nice easy game, go with this. You could kill the enemies fairly easy, he says, especially with this little swing around gun if you just hold it down. So that's quite cool, because you could just stand in one spot and do it. Or you can jump on them bad guys. And the choice of weapons is really good. But yeah, like I say, there's these little secrety bits which encourage you to look around the level, doesn't it? So there they go. Found a 1-up. What up? But first of all, if you're like, well, this is basically Turrican 2, I could get it on another system, one of the other systems, and play it how you want to see it. It is actually a bit different. So I believe, again, I'm just going to pause it. I'm going to be very professional and pause it as usual to read what I've done. There was 3 stages cut from this port and replaced by the developers' 3 original stages: a Vietnam jungle, fortress, and a motorcar junkyard. And that was more to tie in with the actual film, since there's supposed to be a bit of a tie-in. So I suppose when I actually played it, I was going, this is bonkers, this is nothing to do with the film. And maybe when I got to those levels, I'm going, oh yeah, I can see they've given me a stage that's something to relate to the film. I think that was the idea. Oh, hello. Is it up here, the boss? This must be where the boss is. Let's go and see what Dolph Lundgren is. Here we go, here's the boss. So this should be a giant dragon, I believe, in Turrican 2, but look, we've got a giant Dolph Lundgren. Please tell me in the comments if I'm talking rubbish. That's all I've read to understand. But the beauty of this as well is I can sort of stand in the middle just with my gun here and shoot him. And stuff will fall from the ceiling, but I can obviously blast it. So it shouldn't hurt me too much as I do it. Come on, Dolph. Kill you off. I mean, he's not that much bigger than me in the film. They're the same size, aren't they? So what the heck was going on with that? I don't know. But yeah. See if we can get to the end of the level then. I don't think I actually did when I played it earlier. I think I just got this far, did I? So I don't know where I'm going now. And I died. I like that. I like a little spread out screen and zoom in. That's all lovely. I just love the style of it. So like I say, I really want to get the first Turrican now. So yeah, so it's pretty rubbish. It's pretty standard, is the general consensus. 43%, 47%. There's much better things out there, and there is. But I think if you look at this as just the cheap title it's supposed to be, it's lovely. It's really good. And we'll leave it at that, I believe. So there we have it. I hope you liked that video. And if you like other sort of retro 90s theme based gameplay, equipment reviews and other 90 bits to do on this channel, then consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. And of course, until next time, bye.